ultimate ocean on the beach.
I am super struggle streaming. Super struggle streaming. I gotta start that over. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let me come back in. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. We struggle stream. That's how you know it's a tough day here in Cleveland. Struggle streaming. Come into the stream. Do my little intro. Yeah. Say what's up to everybody. And I didn't even have my mic on. That's how you know. See, I'm sitting there. I'm telling y'all. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna make sure I'm not struggle streaming today. And then come on, you don't even hear what I had to say. Pause. But yeah, it's a tough day here in Cleveland today. Um, as y'all can see in the title, man, y'all can see it in the title. They don't care about us. They really don't. Who is they? Who is they that I'm talking about? Before I even get to the news, I know everybody heard the news already, but before I even get to it, who is they? When I say they don't really care about us, I am talking about these. I'm trying real hard to not have choice language. By choice language, I mean expletives. I mean cussing. But these, who is they? I mean, let me get back to answering the question. Who is they? These owners, man. These owners, they do not care about the fans. They don't care about. Uh, they don't care about winning. They don't care about building a team. You know what they care about? They care about building more wealth, and they care about lining their own pockets. And that's all they care about. That's all they care about. And the proof is in the pudding a little bit extra today. So I am going to just make sure that my camera window is up and everything is good on that. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna jump into the news. Right? So let me just check and make sure it is not. So I'm gonna just do it while I'm here. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Oh, here we go. Hey, it worked. Perfect. All right, cool. So here is the news. I don't want to play my song first. I'm gonna go down to right here, and I'm gonna just read a little bit of it. It says to Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and every Browns fan. 9 years. It's hard to put into words what that really means when so much of your life has been shaped in one place. This is even hard to read, right? It's hard to read. But what we have here, I'm not even going to read the rest. What we have here is a letter from Myles Garrett, and it is after the breaking news that Myles has been traded. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. Myles has been traded to the Los Angeles Rams. He was traded for somebody. Um, with all due respect to that somebody, I have no idea who you are. Um, that's not your fault, right? That's not your fault. Um, huh. Should I read it, y'all? Should I read it? Y'all let me know. If somebody says, hey, go ahead and read it, then I'll read it. But yeah, so I am actually going to read off the trade. The trade came, I forget who it was for. I got to go over here. I got to go to my research. I apologize, y'all. He was traded to the Rams. I'm about to look it up. I tried to not struggle stream today, and I still ended up struggle streaming. Okay, so he was traded to the Rams for an edge rusher named Jared Verse, a 2027 first round pick, a 2028 second round pick, and a 2029 third round pick. Now, of course, I mean, at this point, yeah, the Browns are rebuilding. That has been what we've been doing pretty much every year for ever, for forever. Um, I, I, I'm surprised by the trade because with this year's draft, it really looked like the Browns were trying to build around our defense and actually build a offense. Excuse me. Oh man, allergies. Excuse me, y'all. But it seemed like the Browns were actually trying to build somewhat of an offense to go along with our defense and finally build a team that, Myles Garrett can be quote unquote proud of playing for. And I don't know. I don't understand this move other than the fact that, Myles did ask for a trade last year and he really, he didn't get traded last year. He still came out to work. He put on a Hall of Fame performance just last season, and maybe he just didn't like what they did with this season. Ooh, I apologize, y'all. Allergies start kicking in. I'm allergic to this bullshit. That's what it is, I don't know what's going on. But, you know, as we see, as we are seeing, hey, he still came to work every day. He still put in the effort for this team. And, he deserves to be somewhere where he can win. I understand the frustration that he must have been having. You spend 9 years here and you only make it to the playoffs, what, twice? The one time you make it, you got robbed. I don't care what anybody says. That game was robbery against the Chiefs. And then the next time you make it, we have an embarrassing showing. And in Myles' case, he really wants to win badly. This isn't the situation like LeBron where, he put us through the decision and all of that. This is a guy who he wants to win, and in his position, he did everything that he could to put us in a position to win. He did everything that he could. He can't play all the positions. He can't. So it's like, what is he to do? What else is he to do? You have to be on a team where you have the personnel to get the job done, and the Browns don't. They don't. We were looking okay, looking up, bringing in Shador in, but now there's a question of who's going to be the quarterback. Whoever is hell bent on it being Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson at this point has sat out for 3 or 4 seasons. If you look at all the games he's missed, it's probably equated to about 3.5, 4 seasons. So who knows what he's gonna look like coming back? And then you've got Shador, who he did all right last year. He did all right. Coming in off the bench, I think he only played, 7 games? 8 games, and then I think we won 5. Four under him as quarterback. Pause. So who knows? But excuse me. But congratulations to Miles. You finally got in a space where you probably they should win the Super Bowl this year. They should win the Super Bowl this year. Quite frankly, with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams. I don't know who their running back is, but you finally are on a team where they have an offense that can equate to your caliber of defense. And so I'm happy for Miles. I'm very happy for Miles. I will be getting a Los Angeles Rams jersey, and I will be wearing it, and I will still be calling Miles my twin. I have a funny story of why I call Myles Garrett my twin. I'm going to tell that story not tonight. Not tonight. I like to challenge the audience. So I'm going to challenge you all. I want to see if you all can get me up to 2,000 subscribers. I need to get up to 2,000 subscribers right now, and that's fairly possible. Right now, I think I'm at 1,800. So get me up to 2,000 subscribers, and I will do either a video or a live stream where I tell the story of why I call him my twin. And there's actually a couple different parts to the story, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, so we see that Miles is leaving, and we just, first of all, like I said, congratulations to him. I want to wish him the best because he never shorted us on the effort, right? And I've actually used him as an example in a couple of videos. He has never shorted us on the effort. All right, I'm hopping in the chat right quick. I don't know who you are, brother. I ain't never had you in my chat before. He said, but this ish, you got better players. He should have waited one more year. What are y'all talking about? Well, I'm talking about the fact that he did wait a year, and in that year of waiting, he had a Hall of Fame performance. Broke the single season sack record. That was his year of waiting because he asked for a trade last year. I'm not putting the blame on him. I'm putting the blame on the office. Our front office has never built around Myles Garrett. They have never built the team to be what they should. And if you look at their moves, okay, yeah, they made great moves last year. Building up that defense, but we had no offense. Absolutely no offense. We spent $250 million on somebody who can't stay on the field, whether that's for injury reasons or personal reasons. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson. We then went and had Joe Flacco as his backup just to let him go the next year, where he went to the Colts and played decent, then to bring him back, then to release him in 3 games, traded him to the Cincinnati in 3 games. What are we talking about here? Our GM did absolutely nothing. We got, like I said, we did kind of build up our defense, but the team is more than just defense. Who is going to score the ball? We got rid of the best running back that we had in the last 10, 15 years in Nick Chubb. Now, understandably, he was injured. He had that crazy injury that we all saw. And then as soon as he comes back, he breaks his foot. So, I see why that part happened. But at the same time, we cannot keep talent here. We just can't. So I'm not sure what you mean with your comment in the chat, but you know, he gave us that year. Miles gave us the year. He said, I'm going to give y'all a year, and he performed. Like I said, he never shorted us on the effort, right? Never shorted us on the effort. So I'm not mad at him if this was a move that he wanted. The people I'm mad at ownership and the general manager and all of them in the front office. What are y'all doing? What are y'all smoking? Because why would you do this? Why would you do this? You traded away the best defensive player that we have seen in the last 30 years, 40 years. We're talking about a generational talent. And you trade that away, no disrespect, but for somebody I never heard of. Some picks, so we don't know what they're going to do with the picks. The Browns have never been known for making, outstanding picks aside from Myles Garrett. But I don't see nobody who's going to be the next Myles Garrett. You tell me. I'm pretty sure my dude left the chat, so he can't even answer that question. But who is going to be who's going to replace Myles Garrett? Like, for real. We're not talking about somebody who, their career is starting to decline or anything like that. This man literally just set the single season sack record. Just set it like months ago. And we're letting that go to do what? To do what? I would not be surprised if we got rid of everybody on our team who we, as the fans, like. And that's why I titled the stream, They Don't Really Care About Us. Because they don't. If they really cared about us, this move would not have happened. It wouldn't have happened. And it's that plain and simple. So I'm going to hop on over here. We're going to go through a little something and do some reactions.
What the fuck? I'm sitting here just chilling. And Adam Scheffner, y'all know when...
This is me.
Adam Scheffner posted
this morning.
It's true as fuck. If Adam Scheffner tell a bitch she pregnant, it's the fucking truth, bro. Myles Garrett traded to the Rams for Jared fucking Verse. I know Browns fans got to be some of the sickest people on the planet right now. And I'd be pissed if I was Jared Verse having to go to fucking Cleveland. I knew Myles was going to get what he wanted. The Rams about to go back to the fucking Super Bowl, bro. I'm talking about fresh off the sack record. Gone to L.A., bro. Now it's like Cleveland got Jared Verse, so it ain't bad, but it ain't fucking Myles Garrett, though. You know what I mean? They kept saying he was going to go to the Cowboys. Hell, I thought he was going to end up in fucking Green Bay. This motherfucker went to... The Rams about to fuck around, bro. To all Browns fans, this is what the fuck y'all get. I can't stand any of y'all anyways.
Hey, we going to cut him off right there. We're going to cut him off right there because we didn't deserve that. We as the fans, we did not deserve that. So you can miss me with that, brother. I don't care if you don't like us. Nobody likes Browns fans because we always fans. We will watch the team lose and still be fans. And you know what? I think it might be time to stop that. I think it might be time to stop that. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I ain't never been that diehard of a fan. Not for the Browns. When they was 0-17, I had another team. Okay? When they was 0-17, I had another team. And it might be time for me to change teams again. Shout out to It Is What It Is. I never thought I would say this. Shout out to Stat Baby on It Is What It Is. I might be filling out some transfer papers. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the transfer portal. I'm in the transfer portal. I never thought I would say this. If you ever watch it, is what it is. I want first of all, shout out to them, to Come and Talk to Me Network. Pause. That's Cameron and Mace and Trezor Wilson, aka Stab Baby. And I was in the comments and I gave her all the flack for filling out transfer paperwork as a fan. She transferred from the Miami Heat to the Golden State Warriors when Jimmy Butler left and went over there. And, you know, I was in the comments, oh, I'd never do that. What you got? And you got actual paperwork and you brought it to work. And you know what's that? We living in the Twilight Zone because I'm about to fill out my paperwork tonight. I am officially a Los Angeles Rams fan. Now, I will say this, back when I was younger, I watched a little bit. I've always watched sports, but back when I was younger, I was a Rams fan when they had Kurt Warner. And it was partly because of his story, but it was also just watching him play, man, and watching Marshall Faulk and just watching those guys play. It was like, wow. So who knows? Maybe it was the Lord saying, I gotta bring you back to the team you originally liked. You know, I don't know. But hey, I will be picking up some more blue and yellow. Yep, because I gotta rock with my boy Miles, man. I gotta rock with Miles. And hey, like I said, I'm wishing him the best. I really don't understand that move. For on the Cleveland side, I don't understand the move. You know, I get it. They quote unquote rebuilding. We're always rebuilding though. So when is the building gonna equate to a building? We gonna have a new stadium before we actually have a winning team. That's crazy. That's crazy. And to be quite honest with you, I wonder if some of those decisions played into his decision of wanting to leave. You know, here it is, y'all doing everything y'all can to move the stadium because you want to be over in the middle of nowhere where you can take up all the land and then take up, you know, run the Monopoly game on having all the restaurants and all of that and all the concerts and blah, blah, blah. We want to be able to host the Super Bowl. We want to be able to host Taylor Swift and Beyonce. And guess what? Well, if I was a Browns fan, I ain't buying no more tickets. I'm not buying no more tickets. I'm not going all the way to Berea to go to a game. No. Why would you take a stadium for the Cleveland Browns and take it out of the downtown? Nah, I'm cool. And like I said, I wonder if those types of things play into the decision for some of these players. You know, if I'm a player, I don't want to play in Berea. Like, I don't want to do that. As a player, I want to show up to the game in the downtown. Show up looking fly, all of that. Everybody is around. You know what I'm saying? You leave the game and you are in the downtown. You 5 minutes away from the Cavs stadium. You 5 minutes away from the Guardian Stadium. All of that. I'm trying to pop up. You know, I'm in a game. I'm trying to see what everybody is doing and all of that. I'm not trying to go from Berea and drive 20 minutes. No. So I'm wondering, are those kinds of things playing into some of the, you know, heads of some of the players? Is that part of it? Or is it just because we bad? We're not good. We were not good. Is he tired of being in the AFC? The AFC is a tough division to play in. I have always said that this is the number one tough division of the NFL. And excuse me, my phone was ringing. I don't know why. I have always thought that this this is the toughest division in the NFL, and that might wear on guys too. You know, a lot of guys, they want to be where they can thrive, and being in this division, they don't really thrive. You know, I hate to say it, but those people, I still won't say their team name, but those people where Ron is, those people, they the only ones who have really done something, and they haven't really done much in the last at least 10 years. That's why they got rid of their coach. Oh yeah, shout out Aaron Animal just hopped in the chat. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So appreciate it. He said the mic sounds nice, good. So this is my original mic. The new one that I just bought, that one is going to be for the that one's going to be for the studio to do the voiceovers. So yeah, I've had this mic here ever since I did that video where I popped out with the new mic. Pause. But yeah, so thank you. I'm glad it sounds nice. I really like these mics. They are crispy for real. And like I said, hey man, check it out. I don't know if you are looking for a new mic or not, but they are on sale on Amazon. They are on sale right now. So if you're looking for a new one, check it out. But I'm gonna get back to it. Like I was saying, man, it's sad news though. It's sad news. When I first heard the news, I was like, "Hey, yo, what you talking about?" So I'm at work. We're doing a project. We're working on our summer programming, and one of my boys, he just happened to look on his phone, and he was like, "Myles Garrett to the Rams," and like everybody in the room stopped. Everybody in the room stopped, and like even me, I'm like, "Hey, yo, what? Wait, what?" Even pause. Even the ladies stopped, and I'm not, ladies are allowed to like football. That's not what I'm saying, but like everybody in the room, you could feel the energy just shift and change. We were like, "What the fuck you mean? What you talking about?" It was like we all bonded together for the next 5 minutes over this trade. I'm looking online. I'm like, "Hey, yo, I don't see it. What are we talking about? What's happening? I don't see no trade. I don't see it being official." He was like, "Hey, Adam Schefter just posted it, so you know it's real." I'm like, "Oh, come on, man. No, 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 no." I was so upset. So then I looked on NFL.com. I'm like, "Well, it's not posted on there yet." I'm looking. About 20 minutes later, my phone dings. ESPN posted it. And I'm just, you get that pit in your stomach. That doesn't normally happen, for me at least. That doesn't normally happen when I see like trade news and stuff like that. Because, it is what it is. I understand that sports is a business and things happen. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, "Hey, yo, what the hell? What is going on? What do you mean we traded Myles Garrett? Like, what are we doing here? What are you talking about?" And then we all like, it was weird because I almost couldn't get back to work. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I know he asked for a trade, but like, I thought that was done and over with after last season. He got the single season sack record. He's getting a couple more players behind him on the defensive side who are like, "Yeah, let's get the ball rolling." It seemed like he was excited to move into this year. I guess not. And I actually called this is funny. I called my mom about it because My mom watches sports. She loves to watch sports. She loves football, basketball, all that. So she was like, well, you know, his girlfriend lives out there. And I was like, ooh, okay. That makes a little bit of sense. So this might be a decision that's going beyond football. This might be a decision that's going beyond just football. It's like, okay, you know, you might want to be up under baby boo a little bit. They might have some things going on. You never know. But it is what it is. Let's get into one of the memes though. Let's get into a meme. I gotta lighten the mood.
Welcome to the team, Miles. We get down a lot different in LA than Cleveland. Here it's all about championships.
Yeah, and drinking till we pass out and going to rehab.
No, that's what you do, Puka. Ignore him. We're also about putting in the work.
Inviting hot chicks and getting assault and battery charges.
Damn it, shut up, Puka. Again, that's a him thing, not a us thing. Anyways, we're also about being good, honest people.
Yeah, unlike the Tiny Hat Gang.
God damn it, Puka, get the hell out of here. Go back to rehab and get some help. Anyways,
Miles, look at this celebration dance Aiden Ross taught me.
what the hell is wrong with this guy? Just ignore him. We're gonna trade him soon for AJ Brown anyways. Welcome to the team.
They funny. Shout out to Riot Comedy. Riot Comedy, they always find a way to do some little meme type videos and lighten the mood up a little bit. But it's gonna be weird not having Miles on the team. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch any games. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch any games because one, what is the point now? We definitely not winning now. I have no hope for us at all now. Like, we talking about somebody where at least if you watch a Browns game, right, you get to see a sack. At least one. There might have been one game last year where he didn't have one. Now it's just like, well, what is the point of watching? For real. What is the point of watching? I don't know if I'm going to be watching any of the Browns games at all. It might be all the other teams. Might be all the other teams next year. I have no idea. And it's like I said, what is the point of even watching? They're not. It's kind of one of them situations where you're like, you know, they better do something big. They better make a move. There is no move to be made now. There's no move to be made. Because they're not going to get nobody else. They just gave away their biggest chip. They're not getting nobody else.
We're such a trash team. They charge us for tickets and it ain't fair. The Rams just gotta steal. Trade our best player, now we ain't scared. Miles deserved better. First year 1-0, now 1-2. Now we'll never win nothing. Is it too soon to say that I miss you? You got a fast car, but in LA there's no room to speed anywhere. We're the worst team in professional sports. Now Haslam can save just a little bit of money. The Browns make life too hard. Now they're building a dome off in another city while I'm singing songs after every loss. Miles can see what it means to be winning. You got a fast car. Is there room for two so we can drive to LA? Will we ever won the division? Will we ever be good or will I die this way? Cause I remember when we had Miles Garrett on our team. Every game we lost kinda felt like we won. We had the GOAT right there before us. His jersey looked nice wrapped around my shoulders. So why did we have to trade number 95? Why are we so dumb? We so dumb. We so dumb.
Hey, but real talk though. First of all, the song was kind of good. The song was kind of good. He had a couple bars in there that really matched with the way I feel. Pause. But also, do you got room in that car? Hey, don't crash the car on the way. That's all I got to say. Don't crash the car on the way, Miles. Because we all know you used to like to drive a little bit fast here. I know it wasn't much else to do, but be safe over there in LA. But here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. Not even we. It's no longer we. It's them. They are so dumb. They are so dumb. And as a Cleveland sports fan, for all Cleveland sports, and to be honest with you, I do not understand why it is that we are always getting rid of guys either just after we develop them or like while we develop them. I don't understand that. And then almost every person who, comes to Cleveland or starts in Cleveland or whatever, they leave and then go and see success almost immediately. CC Sabathia. Perfect example. LeBron James. Perfect example. Now, LeBron came back and he got us one. So, we got to cut him some slack on that. But even still, I actually feel worse right now than I did with the decision. I feel worse right now with this trade than I did with the LeBron James decision. Because at least with the decision, right? The decision, it was so dramatic and so, just overly done that it pissed you off. You got mad because it was like, okay, this is LeBron's decision to leave. But with this one, it's like, well, he got traded. So that's not purely his decision. That's also the decision of the, upper management and all of that in the front office. And then also, like I said, Miles has never cheated us on the effort. So with him never cheating us on the effort, it's like, well, damn, I can't be mad at you for wanting to leave when you've done all that you can to perform. Just the team don't get no wins. Like the team just can't get enough wins to satisfy you, pause. But you just, I can't be mad now. So I'm just left feeling pretty shitty. I'm just left feeling pretty shitty. And it's annoying because it's like, damn, I can't even be mad. So it's like I'm taking this a little bit harder, pause, than the decision. And when the decision happened, I saw that coming a little bit. You wake up 10 a.m. just, oh, Miles is getting traded. Wait, what? When I say I hopped on my phone, I ain't never hop on my phone and do so much research so quickly for something sports related like this. Like I have never just been like, oh no, I got to check all the websites. Never done it like that before. So it's just like, man, this hurts. It hurts because I thought we had something to look forward to this season, to be quite honest with you. I was like, okay, we might actually do a little something in the league this year. And now it's just like, well, we ain't about to do shit now. We might go 0-17 again. We might go 0-17 again. And I tell you what, I didn't go to the first little 0-17 parade. I'm damn sure not doing it now. I know some season ticket holders who were like, yeah, I don't know if we going to have our season tickets with them moving to Berea. They definitely ain't going to have them now. There is literally about to be nothing to look forward to. Literally about to be nothing to look forward to. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I got to go back to it, man. I'm not going to read it. I don't think I can't read it right now. I can't even read it right now. But I'm gonna just flip through the slides. You know, this is the view that he wanted to have for his career. And I wish that we could have done more to add to the success of the team, because I feel like, Miles genuinely enjoyed being in Cleveland. I know that a lot of people think we don't have stuff to do and blah, 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 but I think that, he actually enjoyed being here. Look at this. All right, I guess we still struggle streaming. It was supposed to be a video. All good, whatever. But, in that video, it was showing him celebrating with the Cavs. Him and Donovan Mitchell used to link up all the time and do things. And so, you just got to question, like, what could we have done for him to stick around and stay? What could have been the moves that we made in order for him to still be here? I really don't, and I'm not gonna lie. Now this makes that Deshaun Watson move super bad, like incredibly bad, because now that's all we stuck with now. We are stuck. We are stuck with that now, and I can guarantee you that nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that. He said, loving you is easy. Leaving you is the hard part. He ain't going to feel that way when he sees that championship ring that he's about to get. This is all we going to have is sweet, sweet memories.
Under pressure, he's sacked. And there it is. A record that has stood nearly a quarter of a century has a new leader as 30-year-old Myles Garrett records his NFL record 23rd sack of the year, passing Michael Strahan. First down. Burrow, he's under pressure, he's sacked. And
man, it hurts because we are going to have those memories now. And they're good memories, but once again, it's just now a thing of the past. Like, it is officially a thing of the past now, and he is no longer a Brown. And that sucks. It truly does. It just sucks. Where do we go from here? I know where I'm going. I will be going to LA. I will be going over to the LA Rams. A shout out to the Rams. Y'all just gained a fan, dog. Y'all just gained a fan. I can't wait. I can't wait to buy my jersey. Can't wait. I'm gonna wear it proudly. I'm gonna shout out everybody from right here, and I'm going to rock it and rock it proudly. Just you wait. Just you wait. So that's all I wanted to talk about today on the stream. I might go through and do like a little funny reaction or something, just to kind of lighten the mood, because right now it's sad. Right now it's super sad. I do. Oh, there is one other thing that I wanted to talk about. I was going to talk about it on another stream, but since we had breaking news, we can go with some other breaking news. I am going to go with some breaking news from the NBA. This is not as dramatic, but F it.
The next stage is set. This is bigger than a shoe deal, bigger than the Signature Series. This is the partnership of a lifetime. The future of Curry Brand will be powered by a company truly rooted in sports and innovation. A partner dedicated to creating quality products with sneakers that I believe in that will continue to deliver at the highest level. The future of Curry Brand is with Li Ning. And it starts with Mr. Li Ning himself, an athlete founder who's built one of the world's most premium sportswear brands over the last 35 years. Together, we will continue the Curry Brand mission with stories, platforms, and products that will inspire the next generation around the globe and change the game for good.
Now, y'all might be like, well, why is that breaking news? One, Steph has left Under Armour, and who knows what's going to be the result of that for that company. That because of your splash bro, Clay. Did you do that because of D Wade and some of the other guys who signed with Li Ning? A lot of people don't know that, but those guys have had shoes with the Li Ning company for quite a while now. I bought a couple pairs of the Klay Thompsons. I ain't gonna lie. Those are some, first of all, the shoes look kind of fly. The shoes are very fly in terms of the designs. But aside from that, when it comes to basketball shoes and the functionality of them, those shoes are amazing. They are amazing. And there was a poll that was done, and they asked players to rank the best shoes. And I don't think the big companies like Nike, I don't even think they cracked the top 10. I think the top 5 was all, I want to say it was all Li Ning shoes, pretty much. I know the top 3 were all Li Nings. The number 1 was a Li Ning. I hadn't heard of it. I don't know which player it was with, but it was a Li Ning. The number 2 was the Klay Thompsons. Number 3 was D Wade. So, I mean, hey, you got to go where the success is, right? This is huge for Steph Curry. Once again, puts him into a more global market, especially with the Chinese company. And your shoes are going back to being more about the fashion and being more about the functionality. Whatever shoe he designs and comes out with, it is going to be crazy in terms of the functionality. And now that Li Ning is about to blow up Shoe 8. Okay, Li Ning is about to blow up Shoe 8. You're about to see a large surge in that company, and you're gonna start to see people buying those up. The price is about to go way up. Get your shoes now. I've been looking at a couple pair of D Wades and Klay Thompsons and stuff like that. Y'all, any of my hoopers out there, get your shoes now. Really, I think athletes in general, I think they're all going to start looking at companies like this, because these companies, they're looking at more than just mass production, and they're looking to get quality shoes out there. So we're going to see. And then, you know, when you get a quality shoe and a good design, then they're going to drop all the colorways they want. With, like, let's say the D Wades, for example, there's a lot of different models, but it's not like, you know, the LeBrons or the KDs where they're dropping a new model every single year. They're coming out with a standard model. Let's look at the functionality of it. Let's look at how players play the game. How is the shoe going to help them? And then they just drop a bunch of colorways. you might see a model be out for 2-3 years, and they just dropping a whole bunch of colorways. And I think you're going to get back to seeing that. So I'm excited. That's exciting news for Steph. That was the other breaking news of the day. Nothing's going to top the Myles Garrett news. Nothing is. I think they're going to be talking about that. Honestly, they're going to be talking about this for at least the next year, because this is going to put the spotlight on the LA Rams. And I mean, nobody's going to talk about the Browns now. There's no reason to. We now have no superstar talent. We have no spotlight anymore. So who knows what's going to happen with that? Who knows what's going to happen with that? I know our team is going to be trash now. So like I said, Myles, you got extra seat for me in the car, man. Just don't drive too fast. I'm not trying to exit the world, but listen, let me drive the car. I'll drive you to LA myself. Pause. And we'll go out there. We'll ride out. Hook me up with a jersey. I'll be your wheel guy. I will be your wheel man. Pause. I'll drive it. But hey, congratulations to Myles Garrett. You have now gotten onto a team where you have the possibility of actually winning, actually doing something. And yeah, man, that's it for the Browns. The Browns might as well just move their team somewhere. Just move and go. Move again. Be the new Ravens again. I'm done. I'm done with the Browns. It's over with. But I appreciate you all for tuning in. I have got to run because I actually have a couple other things that I got to do this evening. And I hope everybody has a great week. Ours here is going to be weird now. So there's that. This was a real Monday. But y'all have a good week. I appreciate you all. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who tuned in or who threw something in the chat. Thank you to Aaron Animal for being my mic check. Told me my mic sounds nice, so that's good. I am going to catch y'all later. I'm going to be doing a video this week. I think I'm going to do the video tomorrow, and then, hopefully I can get it out by tomorrow. If not, then I'll have it out by Wednesday. But I appreciate you all, like I always say. I'll catch y'all on the next one.